no need for you to mill enamels, but I think this is something that's you may find useful, who knows, and it's something that's interesting to know about even if you're not going to do it. Now, to mill enamels, you need a jar like this and a ball mill, which you'll be seeing shortly. Ball mill jars come in various sizes. Some ball mills are just absolutely huge, the size of a house, but to be practical, the kind of jar that we would use would be more or less this size. I normally use a jar about this size, and the reason for that is this is about the biggest jar I can lift. If it gets any bigger than this, it really is impossible to handle. So this is the size I use. You can go down to tiny little jars like this. And let me show you what's inside of this thing. Here we go. This is what does the job. Can you get a shot of that, Kitty? This jar is filled up to about here, more or less 2/3 of the way, with these little porcelain balls. And as the mill turns, you'll see later, these balls roll over each other and they just grind up anything else that's in the mill. It works because these are harder than the enamel, so they grind up the enamel. The first thing you're going to need to do is weigh out the materials you're going to put in the mill. So I recommend that you get a small scale like this. This is just a little digital electric scale. They're really quite reasonable. You'll need that to mill or to weigh out your small amounts, and then you'll need a bigger scale to handle the larger amount. This is a 7,000 gram batch. That's what the bigger mill that you saw will hold. 7,000 grams is roughly 15 pounds. So I'm going to assume you know how to weigh things. So I've taken the liberty of weighing out everything that I'm going to put in the mill already. And so I'd like to describe for you what they are, what the different materials are, and why they're there. The first material, of course, is the enamel. It's also called a frit. Some people call it a flux. I love this stuff. It's just little slivers of glass. They're too big to use, too big to run through a spray gun. That's why we're going to mill it down. So I'd like to run through the different materials that we're going to put in the mill and tell you what they're there for.